social media and kind of, let me make sure it's recording. Okay. And kind of how we use it and what some key things are that we want to share with you guys to kind of jumpstart it for you and help you be successful. And yeah, I mean, it is pretty simple. I was telling Kennedy earlier, I was like, I feel like I'm not that great at sharing like what exactly to do because it is so simple if you're doing these, you know, these 7 or 8 things that we talk about. Yeah, Kennedy, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just keeping it simple. Like Meg said, like these are very, very simple things to do. I think there's a fine line of being like, I don't know, because essentially your social media is your storefront, if you want to call it that, right? Like that is kind of what people are going to judge, like within the first 3 seconds of them coming to your profile. In their head, they're going to be like, yay or nay. And so we want to make sure that we look, 1, professional, 2, eye-catching, and 3, I don't know, just really honing in on like the things that make us us. So if they, like, for example, if they go to Meg's page, they're going to see cats, right? And they're going to be like instantly drawn in if you're a cat person. So anyway, the whole idea behind this is to make it simple. So yeah.
Totally. Okay, so here we go. So some of the things we are going to talk to you guys about is your brand, being colorful, your bios, workouts and how to share those, different apps to use, presets for your pictures so your page, like she said, is like catchy, consistency on social media, and then just like sharing snippets throughout the day. So if you're taking notes, these are what we'll be talking about. And Kennedy and I did not practice this, so don't judge on if we're all over the place. Okay, I'll start with this, branding yourself. So Molly is a girl on our team. She has been helpful, really helpful with us, and she's a photographer, and she is actually now a working coach, but she's been really helpful and trying to help us all just like get better at like really branding yourself. So like Kennedy said, this is your storefront. Like when people go to your page, they're either turned on or they're turned off based on what their likes are, right? So like, that's why we always say when we're doing our power hours, like go and find people that are like you. Like we are all so different, or, you know, we have similarities, but we're also so different and have different desires and likes and whatever. So that's why it's like so important to be you and like really come up with a brand for yourself. So we want you to be thinking of 5 scream words or 5 things that really like explain you. So I know we've talked about being colorful and like what you can share about on your profile, in which we'll talk about that again, but really think about 5 things that describe you or that you are like proud of, like, or that you want to be known for. So Kennedy said, like, I love cats. I love Trulies. I love the color green. I love fitness. I love like doing crazy things with my hair. Like those are kind of my things that I like talk about, and I'm a teacher. So that's like another thing. So you really should think about what are those things that you want to really, you know, brand yourself as. So people kind of are known, you know you for that. When I was at Summit this last year, I had met some people that were like in our upline, and they're like, oh yeah, you are the girl that loves cats. Like they knew that, like knew me from, you know, our team page, and then like had crept my page or whatever and knew that. And I was like, yeah, you're right, you know? And so that is one area that I do a good job of sharing at, because I'm obsessed with cats and I constantly am sharing about it on my feed or on my stories. You don't want to be like all over the place. Like one day, I mean, yes, we want you to be consistent, and yes, you're colorful, you have a lot to share about, but you don't want to be like talking about cats for, you know, 5 days in a row, then not talk about it for 10 days, or talk about your workouts or this skincare line that you love 5 days in a row, then never talk about it, then do it again. Like these scream words that describe you are things you're consistently showing up or showing on your Instagram or showing on your feed, or things that make you you, like I said. Do you have anything to add about that, Kennedy?
I thought that was perfect. Super good.
Okay. Do you want me to talk about this or you?
You're like the speciality of the color wheel, so go for it.
Okay, so this kind of goes with the 5 scream words that I call it, is just being colorful. So yeah, those are the scream words are the things that like make you you, but these are also things that you're sprinkling into your stories that you can then connect with people on. So like I said, like think of what makes you you. You're not just going to be Beachbody. You're much more than that. You have, you know, different things to offer people. If you you want to talk about your shakes, you want to talk about your headbands, you know, whatever, things that you can relate onto people or with people. So like the 5 pillars, like how I look at it is like there's 5 pillars, and then this color wheel is kind of like I don't even know what I'm trying, like a pyramid, you know, like down, like a smaller piece of those pillars, if that makes sense. So because you don't want just on your stories, okay, every single day, wake up, picture of my water because I'm drinking my water, then I work out, then I do this, then I take a nap, then, you know, you don't want it just to be like, you want to have consistency, but you don't want it to be repetitive where it's like we already know what's coming next. You know what I mean? You want to have different things that you're sprinkling into your stories every day. Like this has been a huge hit. I've started sharing about this Zevia. It's like this sugar-free pop. I don't ever drink pop, but it's cream soda and it's like a nice treat. I started sharing about that and people are like, oh my God, what's that pop you had? You know, that's a way to connect with people. My diffuser, I got some new oils, was sharing about that. People are like, what oils did you get? You know, sprinkling in things that make you you, okay? Does that make sense, you guys? I can't see you, but do you have any questions, I guess? Or Kennedy, do you want to add anything?
No, that was good. I heard this analogy once, and I might have actually told you guys this. So if I have, you can stop me. But I've heard the analogy of like your life is like your hand, and Beachbody is just your thumb, and you have all these other fingers to share of different aspects of your life. And so we want to make sure like that's where we become relatable, is sharing all those other things. That's where we make those connections, and that's where we find our people. Because the average person, I mean, mostly does not really love fitness. And so you have to be able to connect with them on another level and them to be able to connect with you too. So just showing them kind of what makes you you, just like you said.
Totally. I love that.
Okay. So, creating a catchy bio. So again, this is like your storefront. This is initially the first thing that your people are going to see when they get to your profile. And so, and Meg might have something different to say too, but some of the trainings that I listen to and what they suggest based on having kind of like a bio is one, kind of putting your mission statement first. So if you've ever heard of like a business mission statement, like their mission statement, what their company is for or what they want to accomplish. Or if you've ever wrote, like this is my weird side, I love to write, but if you've ever wrote like a thesis statement, like what your paper, the entire paper is about, right? So you want to create a mission statement to put in your bio. So for me, it's, I tell you exactly what I do. I help women going through the motions live with intention, okay? Meg's is teach your gal, inspiring others to be the best version of themselves. So you can kind of use it as like this is like, for example, in mine, like I was somebody who was going through the motion. And so now I'm helping that person who was me live with intention. So you can kind of create like a scenario where you put them like, okay, I feel like I might be living this way and she can help me turn it around by doing this. This is exactly what she does. And then Meg, I like Meg's and I feel like I need to spruce mine up a bit. And even Molly's is really, really good. I like hers. I feel like Molly's gives you a really, really good feel for exactly the kind of personality type she is. And same with Meg. She includes those kind of those trigger words that we talked about earlier, or those, I can't remember what you called it, but those words that ultimately define her. So you go to her and you're like, I know exactly who this person is just by reading her bio, at least the gist. And so that would be my advice is to, one, you want to say exactly what your mission statement is, exactly what you do, and then kind of just put in there too, I'm going to spruce mine up, but some of those fun things about you that you're known for. But do you have anything else, Meg?
I was just going to say they're called scream words, and I actually made that up. Molly said, think of 5 things that scream you, and what I took from that was scream words, and so that's what I just named it. But
I love that.
She even mentioned, you guys, kind of going back to that, because even for myself, like when I was like thinking of my pillars, I had Molly help me. like you can have a friend help you figure out what are the things that make you you. You know what I mean? Sometimes yourself, like your friends might know you better than you, or like know exactly what it is that you're consistently posting, or, you know, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to be like, well, I really like this, you know, like, I don't know. It's just kind of hard. So asking a friend or a husband or a boyfriend, like, what are 5 things that describe me, can also, or that make me me, can also be helpful. But what I was going to say is I like people's bios, and this is just my personal opinion, but I like people's bios that, like Kennedy said, give that mission statement or give a little background on what it is that you do. Like people, when I'm going and like doing my, you know, my power hours and connecting with people who have catchy feeds, but like they just have, you know, random things in their bio that don't make sense, that keeps me wondering, which maybe also is a good thing because then I'm probably going to ask them. But I also like that we are letting people know, like, this is what we're here for. And if you're not about it, then, you know, you don't need to be here, sort of thing. Like, here's why we're here. This is why you should follow me, you know, and it's not for everyone, and that's fine. But I don't want to, you know, keep people guessing as to what it is that I am, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And two, I think it's just going to help you, like by you creating this like mission statement or like stating exactly what your goal is, it's going to help you get crystal clear on exactly who you're trying to speak to. Like I actually probably put this new bio up. It might have been like 3 or 4 months ago now, but until then, I wasn't as crystal clear as the type of person I was trying to help, because I had to like dig deep and be like, okay, where exactly was I, and where am I trying to go, and what am I trying to do every single day? And so now I can really speak into that person who's just kind of living life on autopilot or whatever. So I think, at least for me it did, is it's going to help you really define, okay, why am I here? Who am I trying to help?
Totally. I love that. Okay. Kennedy, you want to talk about this?
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, we all know we are virtual motivators, fitness influencers, whatever you want to call it. And so a big piece is posting our workouts, right? And I think everybody, especially when you first start, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I'm super awkward and I record myself. Like I hate speaking into the camera. Like I get it. For like the first year, I never like spoke into like my phone. I actually had a friend on our team be like, okay, you need to speak more into the phone. Like you need to show your face. And I was like, no, like I'm so awkward. Like I can't. And it's so true though. Like when you can see your face or when you show you, like you're showing like your body movements, your facial expressions, like everything. And that just makes it so much more personable. But we specifically want to post our workouts because one, that's what we do. Sorry. And two, a couple reasons. So one, obviously that's what we do. Two, it's going to give a glimpse into what the workouts actually look like. And I have lots of people who are really hesitant about trying them, but once they see some of the moves or see what I'm doing, they're like, okay, like I feel like I could do that, or okay, I do want to try that. And then I think one of the bigger reasons too, sorry, I feel like I'm really distracted right now, but is a lot of people are expecting you not to show up, right? Especially when you first start. People are anticipating you to quit. People are anticipating you to fail. People are anticipating you, or even I could say wanting you to give up. And so it's just there as a reminder, like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm rocking it. I'm still doing it. Even on the days that completely suck and are really, really hard, I'm still showing up. And again, it's making it relatable to, hey, my life is just as busy as you. I may be a full-time teacher. I may be a nurse. I may be a dentist or whatever, but I'm still showing up and doing my workouts. So it's being relatable to them and showing them how you integrate healthy lifestyle and 30-minute workouts or whatever it may be into your crazy busy life. Okay. And then two, just making them engaging. And so adding in polls, adding in swipe options. And then two, also sharing your moves of the day. I just called it that, but just sharing some of your favorite moves. Some of my new coaches, and I probably even did this when I started, is I would just show me like checking off the calendar or giving like a thumbs up or I don't know, whatever, but actually sharing you doing the moves, because again, your people want to see you. They don't want to see you like checking off the calendar. I still do that, but I also share me doing the moves, just again, so that they can see me doing it. And then they can see my personality through it. They can see all of that. And then something too, I think is really, really valuable when you're sharing your workouts or posting about your workouts is adding some valuable information. So always having some sort of caption with it. And this is a really, really good way for you to kind of share a little bit about everything that we have. So like today, I simply shared, I call it Sweatflix, that has over 1,000 workouts. So you can add in little tidbits like that that are adding value to, so your person is like, oh, like she has access to over 1,000 workouts. Or I'm trying to think of a couple other ideas. Or if you get on to work out and you're on a Zoom call, sharing the community aspect. So adding value to the workouts. So putting like a label on what you're doing. So attaching some sort of meaning for them to see versus just you working out. So let's see, did I miss anything there?
No, that was good. I was just going to add, like Kennedy said, like people are maybe not like wanting to see you fail. There probably are some people that do, but like waiting for you to not show up. And especially when I first started, that was like really the mentality that I had, because it was really nerve wracking and it was like embarrassing because like my boyfriend's friends would watch and like people from my hometown. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is nerve wracking. But in my mind, I was like, I want to prove them all wrong. I want to stay consistent as ever and show them that I mean what I say and I'm going to be here 5 years from now and so on. And so kind of having that like go get it killer attitude, like I don't care what they say. I'm not like, if you guys are having those doubts, just remember that like you're doing this for you and you're doing it for the people that need you. And odds are those people that maybe are like, thinking negatively or like wishing you'd fail or whatever are probably the ones that need you the most. Or even those people that tell you no, like I don't like home workouts, are probably the people that need you most and will come around at some point. But you have to do your job every single day and continue to show up and post your workouts on your stories to prove them wrong. Okay. Heck. Okay.
Does your iTunes thing keep popping up?
Yes.
I keep thinking that's on my computer, so I'm like trying to exit out of it, but it's yours. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so these are just some great apps that I like to use, and I know my team does. And Kennedy, if you have any others, you can add them in. But Canva is a great app, and I just told my new coaches this today. There's an app on your phone, but I like doing it on my computer. It's much easier, not only to make like story slides, but to like make like new coach announcements or shout outs, all that type of stuff. It is great. And PowerPoints like this, it's awesome. I love it. Viva Video is how I like speed up my workouts if I choose to do that. That's a great one. Unfold is this one right here. I should have wrote them. I'm sorry. So Canva, Canva, Viva Video, Unfold. Unfold is an app that's great for also sharing your stories. On your stories, you can do your workouts. You can do like your meal prep, anything that you want to look like clean, crisp, or whatever, and nice and organized. It's really great. Lightroom is the app that we use to apply presets onto our photos, which we will talk about that here in a little bit. This is the Beachbody Nutrition Plus app. I've been loving it to help me track my portions to ensure that I'm eating enough, because no matter what, your goals are, your fitness, weight goals or whatever, like following the nutrition side of things to the best that you can when you're doing the programs is so important, and it's a game changer. And so I just downloaded this app since the quarantine, and it's helped so much. I just was not even eating enough, so it's helped me track it. And then Milkshake is this newer app that Molly actually shared with us. It is it's how I have my website linked in my bio, and then it's also like an app. So it's super simple. I just have different things in there that they can, click and apply to join our New Coach Academy for June, or our Sweat Squad. And then I think I have one more about, one more thing in there. I don't even remember what it is, but it's super great. Kennedy, do you have any other ones that you use or like?
I was just looking through my phone, but that pretty much actually sums it up.
Okay. One of the things a lot of people, and I don't remember, Kennedy, do you still have a Linktree? I cannot remember.
I do. Yeah, I do.
So Linktree is another one that is like a way to have a website. I used to have one that I paid for from Wix, and I was just like, this is not worth it. And Milkshake is free, and Linktree is free. But it's just a great way. It's just a good thing to have in your bio because, yes, our job is to, you know, show up consistently, invite, and put ourselves into their DMs, you know, inbox or whatever. But some people are afraid to reply or message you back or even say no. So by them being able to go to your bio or your website and fill it out themselves, I've learned like some people like doing that. So it's a great option. Okay, do you want to talk about presets or me?
We both can. How about that?
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so presets, I am obsessed with presets. I'm somebody who I really, really like everything to match and everything to look a certain way. And so presets are that easy way to get that look that's cohesive and really, really pretty on all your pictures. And it takes so much guesswork and so much time out of like editing pictures. So it's very, very simple. So Etsy has some good ones where you just go on and you type in like presets. You can honestly just type it into Google. You can find them on Instagram as well. I think it's Carly Jean. I think she might have another name that's in there, Carly Jean something, or maybe it's just Carly Jean. But anyway, I bought one of her preset packs and I use 1 to 2 of them. And it was a pack of actually like 50, which is crazy, but I only use 1 or 2 of those. And it's really, really simple. You just download the Lightroom app and you upload the pictures that you bought from them. And it's like a copy paste thing from there. So if you were to actually get a preset, it usually comes with instructions, but I love it just because, like I said, it takes no time to edit pictures. Everything, all my pictures, I really like to match like on my page. And I just think it's a really good way to make those scroll stopping posts because ultimately, like our captions are what we want our people to stop and read and invest their time into to get to know us. But the picture is what makes them do that, right? We want to make sure we're taking clear, really good lighting, beautiful pictures essentially, right? And so the picture, like it says here, it's going to stop the scroll. And so yeah, I am obsessed with presets. I use them on everything. Which ones do you have, Meg? I know you got some fancy ones.
Shoot, that's a great question. I don't know. I'd have to message you guys into the chat. I just got some new ones, but I agree. Like, so think about, like, I always like want you to think about the people or the pages that stop your scroll. Are they people that have bright, you know, catchy pictures? Probably. And then you go to their page and you're like, wow, this girl looks legit. I just feel like presets make you look more legit. I don't know why, but like looking from a before and after, like that looks like literally my friend took these photos on her phone. Like I feel like the preset makes it look more legit. You know what I mean?
I think it's like more professional. It just adds that like extra, you know?
Yeah, extra for sure. And so, yeah, obviously they're not like, you don't have to use them, but they like, you can, I got my last pack. I think it also had like 24 or something. And I think it was like $20. So, and then if Molly has her own presets, you guys, I can send you her page. She's a photographer. So she made presets. So if anyone needs them, like we have lots, we could all send in the chat what we use, but it does really just kind of step your Instagram feed up to the next level, I think. And like Kennedy said, just a little extra, and also just like makes you look good. So not as well.
Always a bonus.
Okay. You want to go for this?
You can.
Okay. Consistency. So we've kind of talked about this before in like working or showing up with our workout clips and so on. But you guys, this is the biggest, like we have been teaching you basically like the foundation, the IPAs for the business. And even with what we're teaching you, like you need to still be consistent with those things, right? Like consistency is like the big word for the business, consistency, because as you know, you've probably heard the saying, like it takes 4 years to get a degree. Well, it takes, depending on how much work you're going to put in, it takes time to make moves in this business and to reach those goals and get to where you want to be. But with the consistency, you guys, and the leveling up and the showing up every day, like, you're going to start moving, and you're going to start seeing that, like, you're going to start reaping the benefits of the work that you're continuing day after day to put in. So why we need to be consistent is, like we said, like, people want to see you fail. And so you need to earn those people's trust, your followers' trust, right? Like, people that you ask right now, today, on May, whatever, 20th, probably aren't going to say yes, but by you continuing month after month, 3-4 months from now, they're going to say yes, because you've earned their trust. They respect you, and they see that you mean what you say, and they find you inspiring because you're showing up every day, pressing play on your workouts. You're showing your superfood shake. You're showing your meal prep, or whatever it may be. So that's inspiring to them. And sometimes, like, I kind of even, like, lose sight of that. Like, I get into the habit of the routine of, like, okay, I'll post this and this and this, but, like, spicing those things up, you guys, bring them content that will serve them. Ask your followers, put up polls, put up boxes that ask them what it is that they want to see on your page. Okay. Not everyone has the same followers. Not everyone has the same likes or dislikes. So you need to, ask them what they want you to serve them with. That was confusing to say. And then leading by example. Today, one of my challengers, who's, like, in my sweat squad, messaged me on my story after my workout. I was, like, talking on my story about the next program that I'm doing. And she was like, I wanted to skip so bad today, but I watched your story, and I was like, no, Meg worked out. You need to work out. And she's like, thank you so much for being so inspiring. And, like, that right there is the 100% the reason why I do what I do. I want to help people, like Kennedy kind of has in her bio, or, like, not be stuck, right? Something like that. Like, I've had those days where I don't want to work out, but I get up and my sweat squad is blowing up. People are on Zoom, they're working out, and I'm going to work out. Like, we are helping other people be the best versions of themselves. And so you have to lead by example. Like, you took on this role. Now it's showtime. It's go time. Like, do what you have to do to help motivate and inspire people. You want to add anything about that?
That was awesome. One thing too that just kind of down the road, or you can look at now, but as you get a little bit more distinguished and a little bit more clear on your brand and who you're trying to target and who you're trying to serve, if you have, I think it's like the business count on Instagram, you can actually go in and view your insights. So it's super, super helpful. So you go to, like, your profile, and then up where there's, like, those 3 bars in the right corner, you tap that, and then you go to the bar graph, and it says insights. And then let's see here.
Does yours have that COVID thing?
Yeah, it does. It's really annoying. Okay, I was just doing this. Let me think here how I was doing it. But anyway, you go to see all, so see all posts, and then you can kind of, like, select which statistics you want to see. So for example, I can change it to the last 30 days, and I could go to how many shares, right? I could just click shares, and it's going to show me the top post that got the most shares. Okay. And that just tells me, okay, so my people, this one was about margaritas, so my people love margaritas. If I wanted to go to saved posts, which is probably more content based, like which posts they really liked or want to come back to, a lot of them are workouts that I posted. So anyway, it just gives you a good idea of, like, what your people are wanting to save, come back to, share to their friends. And to just until you're kind of at the point where you're like, I know exactly my screen words, I know my brand, I know what makes me me. It's just a trial and error thing. It's just you trying to figure out, okay, what do I love to speak into? What am I really, really passionate about? I tell my people this all the time, like, Beachbody is just your platform. It's your business platform. It's your ticket into, like, having the life you want, but it's only that. It's your platform for you to raise up all the things that you love and that you're really, really passionate about speaking into up on those pedestals, right? So for me, it's like my faith. I use this platform to talk about faith. I use it to talk about adventure, relationships, and all of that. So don't lose sight of the big picture here of you reaching your people. So yeah.
Totally. Forgot about that insights thing. That's good to mention. Okay. Really, we kind of already talked about this, just the snippets of your day, making sure, and right now, obviously, a lot of us, our lives are a lot different, being at home or maybe, working from home, whatever, but making sure that you are, providing value and content throughout your whole day. Some things, when we are in the school year, or for myself, I'm a teacher, it's hard sometimes, to check in on your social media, but it doesn't mean you have to be like replying to messages, but just like updating people what it is you're doing. Okay. You have to earn their trust. You have to provide value and get them interested and wanting to connect and ask questions about what it is that you're doing. And if you don't have time, you guys, that's fine. Quick snap a pic. And on your lunch break, like if you're in the moment doing this, snap a pic and on your lunch break, upload it real quick. It doesn't take much. And also plan ahead. So for myself, when I was in the school routine, every morning I would like plan my posts that I was going to have on my social media or on my stories. I would plan them ahead of time so they were nice and clean and, organized like I like to be. So I could upload them on my lunch break and not take 20 minutes to create them or 5 minutes, you know what I mean? Because you are like short on time. So planning ahead and having stuff that you can invite to on your stories, with polls or a transformation with something saying your next program that you're starting, do you want to join in with a poll or whatever? So yeah, do you have anything about that, Kennedy?
Yeah, no, I still do that. So just keep in mind, so the more you post on your story, the more your little bubble, like you move to the front of your people's like feed, right? And so the more you're posting, the more constantly you're in the front and the more likely they're going to see your stories and click on your stories and all of that. And so I do that even like if I'm not busy, like I try to post and this doesn't necessarily have to be what you do, but I try to post something like every hour of the day. And so sometimes if I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to post two things back to back, I'll just save it, I'll get it ready, and I'll post it the next hour. So it's not always in real time for me, but it's always something that I'm doing that day. So I think that's a really good tip. Is just to have some of that stuff prepared. So when you are busy and when the day is flying by and you're like, I literally have no time, you still have a second just to put something up. So your people know you're live, that you're active, and they're still seeing your stuff.
For sure. And something we don't ever want people to say, and like oftentimes we'll get this, like, it was just taking up too much time. I was on my phone all the time. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's probably your own fault. Like, did you plan ahead? Did you organize? Did you, like, I'm not telling you that you have to be on your social media all day. No, not at all. But like, you should provide content and you should provide, like she said, like letting people know you're live and what you're doing. That doesn't mean you have to sit on your Instagram all day. And so if that's the case, then you need to like reevaluate what you're doing and figure out what works best for you, because I don't blame you. Like, I don't want to sit on my phone all day either. So just kind of getting that routine and that figured out beforehand, so then you can have a productive day and be checking in or having people have opportunities to check in with you.
Absolutely. For sure.
Okay, well, that's all we have. I'm going to check the chat here. Okay. Oh, Savannah, you're getting so cute. Gotta hop off. I'm also really talking to. What is the orange video again? Okay, Viva video. Yep. Okay, I will send you guys Molly's. Oh my gosh, seriously, Savannah, that is so adorable. I will send you Molly's presets. I'll send you her page. Okay, yeah. Do you guys have any questions or anything, comments? Like, I hope that was helpful. Sometimes it's hard to like really know. I don't know. I feel like we did an okay job with value and where to start, but oh my gosh, I cannot.
What's the video one? I missed that word, what it's called.
Viva video?
Viva video, okay.
Yeah.
I wrote it down, but I was like, I think that might be wrong, better ask.
Yes, Viva video. And there's like you can buy a version or the free version. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing too, I wanted to say, so like, obviously I feel like we're all very similar, and especially if you're a teacher or anybody like that, like you like to have your things like look a certain way. Like I feel like Megan and I are very much that way, like teacher presentation mode, like make things look pretty. But two, keep in mind, like I think there's a fine line in making it look professional, but not spending like all your time on that, right? So just keeping in mind that you can still throw things up and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect. You don't have to spend a ton of time on it because essentially it's the content that you're showing that matters. I always get my daily tasks, like my IPAs, my tracker done before I make any sort of cutesy graphic, because ultimately the IPAs are your income producing action. So connecting, expanding, talking with people, that's where you're going to grow. And we love the pretty graphics and we love all of that, but that's not the IPAs. So that kind of comes second, would you say, Meg? Like,
Yeah.
obviously we love that stuff, but make sure those IPAs are first on your list of to-dos.
Totally. And plus, those are like the fun things, like the teachers and us. It's like, oh, I can't wait to do that. So like do the hard stuff. Not that it's hard, but I don't necessarily love like, okay, done, filling that out. Do that first. So then you can like reward yourself with, okay, now I'm going to make my shit look cute. And, so
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. It's like, okay, once I finish this, I can move on into like a fun project or whatever. But it's like, I have to do this.
Totally. Okay. I also wanted to add you guys next week. So it's like our last week for our New Coach Academy for May, which is insane. We are doing Kennedy, what did we decide to call it? I forget.
3-day coach crash course.
3-day coach crash course. So you guys have the opportunity, and we will get some story slides going for you guys so you can start sharing or get ideas of what it is and what you want to share about. For you guys to invite people that might be interested in coaching but aren't like wanting to sign up and commit. They want to know what it's about. You can invite them to join, and we're going to do a 3-day crash course and have them teach them about it, have them do some things and see if it's a fit for them. So
that's perfect. And then that Wednesday, so a week from today, it's a coach info call too, where you can invite them on and they'll learn about what coaching is. They'll get a feel for the community, for the calls that we do. And then did you talk about the memorial 3-day group?
I didn't today. I told my team about it, but you want to talk about it real quick?
Sure. So starting Monday, so we're actually doing 2 groups back to back, and it just kind of felt funny a little bit because we're doing them a little bit on a whim, and just kind of the way Memorial Week was thrown in there. But so this coming Monday, is it the 27th, or did 25th. I make that up? Oh, no, the 25th. So the 25th through the 27th, we're doing a free 3-day group, okay? And this is just for workouts, nutrition, so they get to hop in. It's for workouts, nutrition, community, just literally Sweat Studio, Sweat Squad, whatever you want to call it, for them to get a feel of everything. So that's a really, really good opportunity for you guys to invite to as well. And then that the 27th, I'll post a graphic or a calendar because I need it. But the 27th, that's when we'll start the coach crash course. So it's literally 2 free groups back to back. And so my game plan at least is to start inviting to the free 3-day group, workout group this week, and then just share about it as it's going on. And then starting like on Monday, I will start sharing about the coach crash course. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yep. That was my game plan too. I'm going to start talking about it tomorrow. I shared the links with my team about the Memorial Sweat. I don't even know what I called it. 3-day Memorial Sweat or something. But yeah, so I think it'll be great, you guys, because 1, people like free. 2, especially for you new coaches starting out, like this is new to your followers too. So why not invite them in, share about it on your stories, and then they can try it all for free, like we said. And some feedback I've gotten from a lot of people is they want more nutrition things. And I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to be better, and especially in this free group, like share with them how awesome our nutrition resources are. And so we need to do some brainstorming for that. I feel like a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Super good. But yeah, so fun week ahead.
Yeah, I feel really good. And guys, always always take advantage of these. Like we said, they're free. They're absolutely free. It's a good way for your people to, one, for you to kind of get a list of people who are interested and a follow-ups list to get started to follow up later on, and just to build those connections and for them to get an inside scoop of the community. And two, for you to just share that, for you to have something to share to and to invite to and to brag about kind of. So it's a really, really good opportunity.
Yes. Sorry, my door just somebody knocked on my door. I'm scared. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll watch. I mean, if you get abducted, like eyewitnesses, I guess. Okay, so I'm one of those people that if I see the FedEx guy coming or UPS, I hide. Like I straight up hide. Like I don't do it. Who was it?
It was FedEx.
I see. You're so brave. I would have hid and had them leave the package at the door.
Oh my gosh. No,
I don't
every
do
time FedEx comes, I'm like, oh yes, what did I get? What did I order?
Yeah, no, I hide.
That's funny. Okay, hold on. Let me take a boom. Ugh. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. My lighting will not. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Cute. Okay, guys, I will post the recording, okay?
Sweet. And then, okay, so are we starting the 6:30, no, 5:30 a.m. and then 6 tomorrow?
Yes.
Sweet. So the power hours that we were talking about, post it in the message thread, but that will start in the morning. So see you bright and early.
Yes. See you guys.